everyone, and welcome back to my channel for another Sims 4 speed build. Today I have a really huge family home for you guys that I built here in Windenburg. You might recognize this lot because it's the same one I just built on in my last video. I really love this particular layout because it's a 40 by 30, but it's 40 wide. So it's really good if you have a wide type of house that you want to build. And I knew before I even started that this lot was going to be big enough. So that's like a huge relief. I didn't have to move it to another lot. So that's always good. Anyway, this build is actually being done for one of you guys. It's being done for a viewer, and he sent me a message on Twitter and told me about his Sims family and everything and what he was looking for. And so I have a folder full of houses on my computer. And so I sent him a bunch of pictures that I had saved, and he picked out the one he liked. And so here it is. And his Sims family has five kids. They have a teen, two twins, a set of twins, a toddler, and a baby. So 5 kids and a dog. So I knew I needed a really big house if I was gonna fit all these Sims in there. And I think I picked the perfect one, really, because this house is really big, but it still has a nice shape to it. And I don't know if you've ever built really big houses before. Sometimes they just look really boxy and kind of ugly because you need so much space that it's hard to make it look nice on the outside. So I think this one turned out pretty cute for the size that it is. You'll see here right now I'm working on the roof, and I have to say that this roof was so difficult. I really struggled. I think I counted when I got done, there were like 17 roof pieces on this house, and getting them all the right size and shape and blended together, and their seams all matching and their edges all matching. It was a struggle, but I managed to do it. So I'm feeling really proud of myself right now. But anyway, if you want to see a picture of the real home, because as usual, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I always use reference photos. There is a picture of this home over on my Instagram account, and that is also ErikaBuilds. So you can head over there and check out the side-by-side comparison photo and let me know what you think, if you think it looks like the original. I only had a picture of the front, so I had to improvise with the sides and with the rear exterior of the house. But I think it turned out pretty cute. I actually really like this house. I think I'm gonna use it too, because I'm one of those people who all of my Sims families have like a gajillion kids. In fact, I don't like to age my Sims. So they end up having like so many kids, and like adult kids and grandkids and great grandkids, but they're all still like young. I don't know. I never age anyone up, and I don't kill anyone. And so I have a lot of families who have like 10, 12 kids. Not all living in the home at the same time, obviously, but a lot of them have like 5 or 6 kids living at home. So if you've been shopping around for a house like that for your big Sims families, I think you'll really like this one. But anyway, I'm working on the exterior wallpapers now, and this was kind of tricky because, again, like I always say, it's nearly impossible to match existing homes with the limited amount of exterior wallpapers that we have in the game. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we will get more wallpaper soon. We really need more stone, more like half and half textures with brick and stone combined with different types of siding. We need like a whole bunch of that. I'm putting in my order now that I would like to have way more choices on that, because it makes it so much easier. I really struggled here because I was trying to find a wallpaper in the half brick pattern that would match the shaker shingle pattern. And the shaker shingle pattern, I can't even say it, is from Cats and Dogs, and it comes in like blue and gray and brown and tan. I think it only comes in maybe like 5 or 6 swatches, but the brick that I used on the first floor, it comes in like 15 or 20 swatches. It comes in tons, but none of them really matched the shaker shingles. So I was struggling. I was really struggling. So I finally decided to do the gray brick with the tan vinyl siding and the brown shaker shingles. And then I had a black roof, and then I changed it to a brown roof, and I think that looked better. But I'm not crazy about the combination, but I think it worked. And then for the little bump out like bay windows, I just did wood wallpaper for those. So it's a mixture of wood and shingles and siding and brick. But anyway, I'm working now on the inside floor plan. Like I said, big family, so I knew I wanted to have 6 bedrooms. I ended up putting the master bedroom on the first floor, and then there are 5 kids' bedrooms on the second floor. One of those I turned into a playroom because since his family had twins, I decided to put the twins in like a big bedroom together, and then the other bedroom I just did a big playroom, which I think is good when you have a family that has a lot of kids, especially because this family has toddlers and kids both, that you need extra places, I think, for them to play and to have all their toys and stuff. I mean, I put toys in their rooms as well, but then the playroom has even more toys. So there's lots of toys in this house. So there are 6 bathrooms, 2 on the first floor and 4 upstairs. So plenty of bathrooms. And then all the other rooms you would expect, living room, there's formal dining room, there's a home office. The dad for this family is a freelance writer, so there's a nice comfy home office. And then kitchen, the kitchen has a breakfast nook. Also there's like a solarium room off of the kitchen, and laundry room. And what else am I forgetting? Oh, and then back on the outside there's a patio with a grill, and then a pool and a basketball court and all kinds of stuff. That's a nice thing about a big lot like this. You have plenty of room for like tons of activities. I also put out there, I'm trying to remember now. It was a toddler slide and monkey bars and some gardening plots. So yeah, lots of good stuff in the yard and room for more if you have any other specific, outdoor activities that your family needs. There's plenty of room for everything. So you can see here I'm placing furniture. This is just my placeholder furniture. I've talked about this before, but especially when I'm building big houses, a lot of times I'll put placeholder furniture in the rooms just so when I'm looking at the floor plan, I'll be able to easily tell which rooms are bedrooms, which rooms are bathrooms, etc. Just makes it a little easier for me. As far as the theme of this interior, it's fairly rustic, but I decided, since my build last time was more of like a darker rustic, I decided to go with a very light wood this time. Mainly just to make it different. I don't want my videos to all be the same, so I always try to think of something new I can do each time, to make it interesting and exciting for you guys. So this time it's rustic, but with a lot of very light, natural wood tones pretty much throughout the whole first floor. Now here in the kitchen, I'm using a lot of Jungle Adventure. The tiles and the cabinets and the floors are all Jungle Adventure, as well as that table, I believe, is as well. And I always say that Jungle Adventure is really a go-to pack anytime you're working on rustic builds. And then I also use the jungle, it's late at night right now, I don't know what I'm saying, Jungle Adventure appliances as well. So there's a stove and fridge and sink. I actually ended up not putting a dishwasher in. There's room for one though if you want to add one, but just aesthetically, as I was looking at that counter shape, I really didn't want to put the dishwasher in there, just because I didn't have one that was the same color as the stove, and since the only place it could go was right next to the stove, it didn't match. So I didn't put it in. But if you want a dishwasher, you can easily slide one in there. So lots of browns in here, lots of neutral tones. The nice thing about using this lighter wood is it really keeps the house light and bright and airy feeling, which is not something you really associate with rustic builds. Usually a rustic house that I make is going to be very dark, but this is kind of the best of both worlds because it kind of has more of the colors that you would see in just like a standard suburban house, but with the sort of rustic theme all at the same time. So I really like how this turned out. I don't think I've ever done a house where I really stuck to this one sort of concept for the whole first floor. And you'll see as I continue on with the other rooms that I really incorporate this light brown wood pretty much everywhere. But here I'm just cluttering up the kitchen and adding some various things, or some cookbooks over the fridge and a little chalkboard. I always imagine that chalkboard is like where you write your grocery list. And there's a bread box there, and some knives, and a cutting board, and soap, and paper towels, and all the usual stuff. I tend to always kind of pull out the same things when I'm doing kitchens. And then right next to the kitchen is the dining room. This was kind of tricky because I really wanted to use this Jungle Adventure table because it's the exact same wood as the kitchen. And you know me, I want it to match. So I ended up having to extend the room a little bit just to make room. You can see here I was play testing, and actually it did work. She was able to sit in all the chairs, but I still felt like it was too cramped. I don't know, it was really, visually, it just felt really claustrophobic. So I ended up just pulling that front wall out one click, and I think it really helped open up the room. And that hutch in there is also from Jungle Adventure. So of course, all of this furniture matches perfectly. All the wood tones are the same, so I love that. And the light that I chose to go over that dining room table is from Cats and Dogs. Oh, now I'm back in the kitchen adding an island. I've done these square islands before, and they're really nice because you don't have to worry. I did play test it just in case, but typically you don't have to worry about your sim not being able to freely walk around the entire square. And I checked it out just to make sure that she could, and it worked fine. And then right here off the kitchen is this sunroom or solarium or whatever you like to call it. And I put this furniture from Perfect Patio stuff out here, and I think it really turned out cute. I put a bunch of plants out there and a ceiling fan. So I just imagine it being a really bright and sunny, relaxing place to sit and read or drink coffee. I really love that. That's what I really need. I have a back porch on my house, but it's open air, and I would love to enclose it so it could just be used, all year round, even in the winter. That's high on my list of home improvements. But here in the entryway, it's pretty narrow, so I just did that Seasons coat cabinet and the coat rack and a mirror. Not much room for anything else in that narrow space. Then back here in the dining room, I just adding some decor on the walls, and I did add a high chair. I actually put a high chair in the breakfast nook and in the dining room both, which I think is good because this family has a baby and a toddler, so I assume he'll probably age that baby up here shortly. So if they have 2 toddlers at the same time, they'll have 2 high chairs, so that'll work out. Okay, so here in the living room, again, lots of this rustic, natural, light-colored woods. This was a little tough just because I really wanted to use that fireplace because it matched those doors perfectly. The doors and the fireplace are both from cats and dogs, but then I really wanted to use the light wood for the couches. So this took some tweaking. I started with this season set, and I actually ended up changing it to Jungle Adventure. There you can see I'm adding the Jungle Adventure bar and bar caddy. And so I ended up going with the corresponding couches, love seat, and chair to that Jungle Adventure set, which I think turned out pretty cute. The only thing that maybe is not quite perfect is just the fact that the bookcases that match the fireplace don't really match the tables. But by using that Jungle Adventure coffee table that has the inlaid wood, actually I think it works because in that center of inlaid wood, there is wood that is the same color as the bookcases and the fireplace. Does anyone care about this but me? Probably not. So the coffee table kind of pulled it all together. Okay, so this is the master bedroom. Again, lots of browns. This particular family, the dad is a widower. And so I was thinking of sort of a masculine bedroom. I'm not sure how long ago his wife passed away, but I'm thinking that maybe, with him just being there by himself, maybe the master bedroom would have a little bit more of a masculine sort of vibe to it. So I went with a lot of brown and gray, and of course no makeup or anything that you would normally, normally I would put a lot of makeup and toiletries and stuff in a master bedroom, but keeping in mind the family I was working with, I just stuck with sort of the more dad, the dad stuff. So I had some folded dress shirts and some men's cologne and some books and just things that I thought a dad might like. And then over the bed, I hung that architectural photo. I thought that looked very dad friendly. But the nice thing is, since he's a freelance writer that works from home, I actually put his office right next to his bedroom with a door on both sides so he can enter his office from the bedroom or from the living room, which I thought was kind of convenient. Since he's working from home and he has 5 kids, convenience is probably very important. And I got to use the new desk and bookshelf and chair and all the good stuff that we got in the patch update. So I'm super happy about that. There's that leaning artwork. I'm really excited about how well all of this matched. These gray and brown tones are all really perfect for each other. That even the gray in the leaning artwork matches the gray in the desk chair and in the curtains. So I'm feeling very happy right now about all of this cohesive design for the office. I hung another architectural picture there as well. I'm not sure what kind of writer he is, if he's a novelist or a newspaper journalist. I'm not really sure. I did put a bunch of filing cabinets and file boxes because I figure if you're a writer, you probably have a lot of papers and writings that you've saved over the years. Articles, newspaper clippings maybe. And I put a bookcase in there as well. So I was really happy how that turned out. And then out here in the living room, I kind of had this extra little alcove, and so I decided to put a stereo there. One of the children, I believe it's the teen, is a musical genius. So I thought that stereo would be nice to have for the family. They can listen to music while they hang out in the living room. And I also put a video game system. I figure if you have 5 sons, there's probably a pretty good chance at least one of them likes to play video games. I have sons myself, so I know how that goes. So I did put a console here in the living room as well. And then I sized down that Seasons bookcase and added a little candle thing there and some pictures. So I thought that turned out cute. Then over here in the little bar area, this is Dad's little refreshment zone where he can have a glass of wine. Maybe, I don't know, if you're a single dad of 5 kids, I'd say a glass of wine at night is probably a requirement. Then out here on the back deck, there's a grill and a patio set right by the pool. And then just off the kitchen is a laundry room. It's actually a fairly small laundry room, but it still has, you know, everything you need. Washer, dryer, a lot of laundry day stuff. And that side entrance, I ended up putting a sidewalk that takes it to the side of the property and also winds around to the basketball court. So maybe when those sweaty boys come in and out from the basketball court, they can leave all their stinky gym clothes in that laundry room. And then this is like a powder room. Actually, it's a full bathroom. I had so much room, I went ahead and put a shower in there as well. This is right off of the living room. So I guess this would be like a guest bath. But I also put a toddler potty seat in here as well. So if one of the toddlers needs to potty, they won't have to go all the way back upstairs. So that's convenient. Again, lots of light brown and gray. That shower and sink are both from Jungle Adventure. Okay, so now I'm upstairs on the 2nd floor, and this bedroom is the one that I have turned into a playroom. If you need to use this as a bedroom, you're just gonna need to take out that archway and put in an actual door so the door can close. And then this can be a bedroom for a child or for anyone. It actually has a nice little balcony, which I decided to put a bunch of kids stuff out here. I thought this was really kind of a cute idea because they've got their arts and crafts tables out there. So they can sit out there and color and draw, the Lego table and the Don't Wake the Llama table, all kinds of little games and activities outside. And we don't have to worry about kids falling off of balconies in The Sims. I don't know if that was real life, if I would want my little toddlers toddling around on a balcony by themselves, but in The Sims it's safe, so it's okay. And then in this playroom there's a lot of toys, there's a dollhouse, there's some school projects and bookcases, all the typical toy room type stuff. I decided to go with the lighter wood floors from Cats and Dogs up here just because I feel like the smooth wood would feel better on little bare feet that are scampering up and down the hallway. So, and also this wood is much easier to match with children's furniture. Okay, so this is the twin boys' room, and they were described to me as one is sporty and the other one is artistic. So what I ended up doing is, even though they're sharing a room, I kind of divided it off a little bit with this wall divider from the kids stuff pack. So one side of the room is very sporty and the other one is the artsy kids side. So he's got an easel and a box of crayons and kind of arts and crafts. He's got some artwork hanging from the walls. And then on the other side, the sporty kid has sports equipment and sports posters and trophies. So it's a 2-in-1 type of bedroom. But I think it's nice. The twins can share, but yet they still kind of have their own privacy a little bit with that divider and just the way each half of the room sort of expresses the personality of each child. I really like that. And they both have the Strangerville laptops and single beds with throw rugs and nightstands and all the regular stuff that you would expect to see. I believe the sporty kid has the radio on his side. Yep. And so they both have computers, but just one has music. I didn't think it would be good to have two radios in the same room battling it out for sound. And I put a little trophy there. Just imagine that this one is all about his sports memorabilia and all his sports equipment. Now, if you download this house and you don't have, you know, the exact personalities to match these rooms, I think it would be fairly easy to swap out, you know, a few decor items. You know, if your kid's not sporty, you can just remove a few of those sports decors and change it to something else. Now, the twins share a bathroom, and in here I went with green. So the walls are Parenthood, and so is the tub shower combo with the soccer ball, and it's also in green. So these boys have a pretty good sized bathroom to share. And then right off of the playroom, there's also a bathroom. That way, if you do need to use this playroom as a child's bedroom, it'll have its own bathroom as well. And I put a potty seat and a regular potty in here. And this one's mostly blue, kind of an ocean theme there with the waves on the wallpaper. And it's kind of nice to have a bathroom in the playroom too, so kids are playing and they gotta go. The bathroom's right there. Okay, so just across the hall now is the nursery. This family has a little baby boy, and so I wanted to put the bassinet in here and the changing table and all the little cute baby things, but then I also put the toddler items here as well, the toddler bed and building blocks and bookcase. So that way, whenever he decides to age up the baby, there won't be any need to change, you know, the room or anything. You could just get rid of that bassinet, maybe put some toys in its place, and this room will be good to go for a toddler. I love putting those little baby bottles there. It's so cute. And just a few little toys and books. And I put one of those animal chairs. Yep, there it is, a teddy bear chair. And the toddler tablet and building blocks and toys. So it's a cute little nursery. And I think the green is nice for boys or girls. Very bright and light. And the toddler boy is just on the other side of the baby's room, and they have a Jack and Jill bathroom that they share. So all I knew about this toddler was that he has the clingy trait. So I thought I'd put a chair next to his bed and a book, so maybe he's really loves when Dad comes up to tuck him in and sits in the chair and reads stories to him at night. And the decor in here is got some black mixed with white and that natural sort of wood, and a toy box and a bench. So plenty of toddler stuff in here as well. Now, once you age the toddler up, I think really all you'd need to do is swap out the bed, and this room will be ready to go for a kid's room. And I did use a lot of this hanging artwork because there are two of those Seasons arts and crafts tables in the playroom, so I thought maybe the kids are really into drawing and coloring. Okay, so this last bedroom is the teen boy, and he was described as a musical genius. So I'm not really sure exactly what kind of music he's into, so I gave him a little bit of everything. I gave him guitars, violins, a keyboard, a music mixing table, a stereo. I mean, this teen has everything they're gonna need to be a very successful musician. And I wanted to make this room sort of more grown up and to speak sort of his individuality as a musician. I used quite a bit of items from city living. The bed, the nightstand, the curtains. I love how the curtains and the bedspread are the same pattern. And then that couch from my first pet stuff fits perfectly and matches perfectly with that bed. So I was really excited about that. And then I was able to fit the new desk and bookcase in there as well. Oh, and a Strangerville lava lamp. Very cool. This teen has a very cool room. He has almost like a teen suite music studio. I don't know. Oh, and I put those, almost forgot, I put those like DJ club lights in there. I thought that was really fun. He could almost give a concert up here. His room is just really cool. And of course, another Strangerville laptop. There's a cork board there with some postcards. Maybe he's into traveling. And then I found a pendant light that matched those curtains perfectly. So this room really turned out cute. This is like a teen dream bedroom, I think. And this teen also has their own bathroom as well, which I did in the fitness pack stuff. I love using that pack for teen bedrooms and college kid bathrooms, teen bathrooms and college kid bathrooms. But this is the end of the build. I cut out the landscaping again, since that's not super exciting. But just a couple of things I wanted to say before I say goodbye. The 500 subscriber giveaway winner, Nicole, has gotten her prize. She chose the Get Famous expansion pack, and she was really excited, so that was cool. I will be having another giveaway once I hit 750 subscribers, and I think I'm at like 560 or 565 or something, so I think it'll come here hopefully in not too long. So stay tuned for another giveaway, and don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me in the gallery. My ID, ErikaBuilds. Also, my Instagram and Twitter are also ErikaBuilds. So that's all for now, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.